So I'm having a bit of trouble with writing my next long-form video, so for now I thought it would be fun to rank the TADC cast based on how much I would want to be friends with them.
Just for y'all's reference, this is how I rank the characters just as characters.
So right off the bat, we can go ahead and put Jax in D tier. I don't think any further explanation is required. I would hope that even like the diehard Jax fans can understand why I would not personally hang out with someone like Jax. Again, I have met people like Jax, don't like him. I would not willingly put myself in that situation. The thing with Pomni is that personality-wise, she's fine. She seems like okay to talk to and stuff, but the thing is that she very much comes across as one of those people that will hang out with someone who has hurt you because they didn't do anything to her personally. I can't be around people like that. I've again done it before, never again. And so next up we have Ragatha. This one's a bit complicated because, you know, I do appreciate how kind she is, especially since, you know, it comes from a place of not wanting other people to feel the way she felt with her mother. Not really a fan of, like, toxic positivity, which the show doesn't really portray very well with Ragatha, but it's clear that that's what they're going for. I personally can't be around that because it's very invalidating, even though I know that that's not what she's trying to do. Another thing is that I'm not really a fan of the mom friend. I don't have a good relationship with my mother. For that reason, it just wouldn't work. Of course, I could relate to her because we both have that in common. But in general, I don't like applying familial dynamics to my relationships outside of my family. It just makes me uncomfy. I'm not sure if I want to put her in B or C tier, but, you know, I'll do her a solid. I'll put her in B tier. And the reason why I put her in B tier is because I'm thinking at the scene at the end of episode 5 where everybody walks away and just kind of leaves her alone. Not to toot my own horn, but I don't think I would do that. I think I would at least, like, you know, make sure she's okay, which she clearly was not. Knowing how she is, she would probably say she's fine, and I probably wouldn't push it any further. But yeah. Of course, I would like being around Kinger for his warm and fatherly demeanor whenever it shows up. But again, I also have issues with my father. So for that reason, I kind of get really, really nervous around older men. And I feel like that would kind of like prevent me from fully being able to trust Kinger. You know what I mean? Which is a me thing, not a him thing. But yeah. The thing about Kane is that I like him, but he's too much. You know what I mean? Like that man is loud. I don't like loud noises. I like Bubble, but pretty much all he's done is just say wacky phrases. So, you know, I think he would be fun to hang out with, but I don't think that we could form any sort of, like, deep emotional bond or anything like that. The thing with Zubul is that I feel like I would have, like, a major friendship crush on them for the longest time because I'm just thinking, wow, they're so cool, I wish I could talk to them. And Zubul seems cool enough to the point where I feel like they would talk to me. I think that we would have fun hanging out together, but I would always kind of be a little nervous around them because, again, they just seem way too cool for me, especially with what we know about them in the real world, how they're like a tattoo artist and they work at a bar. I would just always be a little bit intimidated. And last but not least, we have Gangle. I think of all of the cast members, I would definitely get along with Gangle the best. Personality-wise, I feel like I would mesh with Gangle the most. We do have a lot of stuff in common, like how, like, she has mental health issues, she's really shy, she's a creative. No, she is a freak and I'm asexual, but I feel like that works. Kind of a fan of that dynamic. I think that would lead to some very funny interactions. Let me know what you guys think down below.